Morning Ben, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to Berwick.
There you go, Steve.
Beautiful, we got the granny in for the 200,000 kilometre service today.
Yep.
Racking them up. So
We are,
beautiful. Major service mate, but we'll get you inside and we'll get you sorted out, get the car on the hoist and get cracking.
Not a problem.
All right.
Looking forward to it. Big Ben from Jeep Action here with my Grand Cherokee. Yes, I own a Grand Cherokee. I'm not just a Wrangler guy. She's here at Berwick Jeep. I'm with Steve.
How you going, Ben?
We're doing a 200,000 kilometre service. It's 2014 model. Just been told that my brakes are pretty good. Is that pretty normal for the Grand Cherokees?
To be fair, mate, they do last forever. 150, 180,000. If you're towing heavy, they'll probably be a little bit earlier, but yeah, they do seem to last for quite a while. We don't replace too many, to be fair.
So, what other things are we doing today?
Yeah, 200,000 K is a pretty big one. Fuel filters, air filters, pollen filter, driveline oils, coolant gets a flush out, safety check across every service obviously, but fairly involved. At 200,000 K is a big one.
Mopar genuine parts?
Yeah, so obviously we always use Mopar genuine parts. They're factory back. You know, you've got 12 months, 20,000 K warranty on genuine parts, so if you have an issue with them down the track, the factory backs them in. So first and foremost, the reliability's there, and you know you'll get that sort of ongoing support when you use the factory parts, and they're better for the car.
Yep.
So they're designed for the car. They're made by the people that build the cars, so they're always going to be better for it.
So the guys that work on the car, are they trained by Mopar or
Absolutely.
Or Jeep?
Yeah, absolutely. COVID times are a bit harder, but they do a lot of in-house training at FCA at head office. While we can't do that, we're doing online stuff. They do a lot of training through Zoom. There's online courses that come out every couple of months. There's new technology. It moves pretty quick. There's heaps of online training available that I get all the staff to do, because it's imperative we know how the cars work if we need to fix them.
So what are the average things that people should, I suppose, be looking for themselves as an owner, or, when they get up into high Ks, you're driving one, what do you? As
a driver, even if you're not mechanically minded at all, you know your car, you know yourself. If things start banging, something's wrong. If there's noises that never used to be there, if it's lacking power or anything like that, especially warning lights, if any sort of warning lights come on the dash, get it into us straight away so we can check it out. Once the Ks start to get up, things like shock absorbers will start to wear, bushes will start to wear, all your suspension stuff, and especially if you do a bit of four-wheel drive work, things are going to wear and tear as they get used more and more. So
you can tell the difference between a vehicle that's been dealer serviced and not.
Yeah. One of the biggest things with dealership service is we see these cars every day. We work on them all day, every day. It's all we deal with. So we know when your diff pushes are going to start to wear out, or when your brake pads are due to wear out. Within a bit of cooey of where it is. So we can tell. Like your car, for example, just looking underneath it, I can see that there's no oil leaks. There's without even having a proper look, you can tell that that's something that's going to get addressed early days.
There's a special computer for the Mopar, for the Jeep?
Yeah. So the YTEC, or YTEC 2 now, is what we use. It's full Wi-Fi. As long as I can get a signal, we can use that, and it's vehicle specific, so straight away it'll tell me there's an update on the engine computer, or if there's a fault code in the ABS, or whatever the case may be. It's super accurate, and it's got all the live data that we can check.
So tell us, at this end, what are we looking like?
So far so good, Ben. Obviously the air filter was a little bit dirty, which is sort of part and parcel with anyone that does a bit of four-wheel drive work. We replace it at this service, but that's no real big deal. But obviously, like I said, when you're going forward driving as an owner, when you get back, it's probably worthwhile pulling it out and giving it a good clean out. If you've hit a bit of mud and dust, things like that, it's always good to give that a clean out before it causes any problems. Same with the front of the car. Obviously you keep yours reasonably clean at the front there. We don't want to get any mud in there, so especially when you're going forward driving, it's really important that we keep the front there, the radiator and everything like that all nice and clean. Or give it a good wash afterwards, because obviously we like to get them dirty, but give it a good wash afterwards is always important.
Yep.
But apart from that, everything in the engine bay looks really good. A little bit of crusty around the hoses. It does happen over time. Flush the coolant through, and they're going to get some fresh coolant through there with this service anyway. So hopefully they'll kick on for a little bit longer yet. So, but apart from that, everything else all in really good nick, which we like to see.
Yeah, and in this service we're doing brake fluid as well.
Yeah. Every 2 years, it's imperative we flush out the fluid. Regardless of your case, you want to get the brake fluid flushed out fairly regularly, just because it degrades over time. It gets moisture in it. You don't want to be getting brake fade if you're coming down a steep hill with all four wheels spinning or anything like that. So it's really important that we flush that out every 2 years, which is due on this service, as you mentioned. Drive belt as well. Yep. Replace it before it snaps is always important. Again, especially if you're doing a bit of forward driving and you're going to get some mud and all that sort of stuff flicked up into the belt, it's always good to replace it before it becomes a problem rather than afterwards. But every 100,000 we replace a belt on them.
So this is the second belt there.
So it'll be the second
third
one?
Belt.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah. It'll be the third one going on it now.
So while mine's getting serviced just over there, I noticed you've got this looks like a new one here, ready for delivery. So basically same model, just a little bit of facelift. Yeah.
So this is the brand new Grand Cherokee Trailhawk diesel, probably one of the last of its kind. There's obviously the new model WL coming out shortly or later this year. It's had a couple of facelifts, the Grand Cherokee over a 10-year period. 2011 was the first of the WKs and will be the last of them. This one will be getting ready for delivery probably in the next week or so. Almost standard accessories on the Grand Cherokee diesel. Gets a tow bar. This one's getting electric brakes fitted to it, and obviously a pre-delivery, a full check over.
So you do all that in-house, you don't send that out?
Absolutely, all in-house. Same technicians that are working on the 200,000k cars are doing the brand new ones as well.
I hear you've been working on Jeeps now for 24 years and 20 years here at Berwick.
Yeah. I started as an apprentice way back in 1997. I started as an apprentice, so started with Jeep at another dealer. Moved here at the end of my apprenticeship. Started as a technician, worked my way up, foreman, and now manager of the department. And it's one of them brands, mate. When you love it, you get stuck with it. So
it's in the blood.
It's in the blood. I can't leave. There you go, Ben. All done. Service is all finished, washed back, book stamp, and ready to go.
Perfect.
No worries at all, buddy. You have a great time.
All right.
Drive safe.